Hello everybody, here April 7, 2022. We are in Salso Maggiore Terme in the World Bridge Teams Championship, and today we are with Jan Kamras, the actual EBL European Bridge League President. Hi, how are you? Thank you for being here.
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Well, first, can you introduce yourself to our audience?
As you say, my name is Jan Kamras. My age should be protected by GDPR regulations, but since I trust you, I can tell you I'm 71 years old. I'm Swedish, widower, no children. I used to work before retirement as a physicals industrial commodity trader, and that's
okay.
The short version of 71 years.
Of yourself. Okay, that's okay. Then tell us a little bit about your bridge as a player.
I started, my father was a very strong Swedish national team player, and I was happy to be able to accompany him as a young teenager when he played tournaments and rubber bridge with his friends. And so I started playing relatively early, but I never played very much. Work and studies took over. So, but what I played a lot of international bridge, but not very frequently, with my father and with a lot other Swedish players. And my most important results were probably I won the Swedish team championships in 2010. And I was runner-up in 2011 and 2012. And then I won the Zimmermann Trophy in Monaco.
Yes,
in Monaco. I can't remember which year. But, and then I went, since I wasn't good enough to play in the national team, I started as a non-playing captain and a selector of the Swedish national team. In those days and still today, Sweden uses the benevolent dictator form of selection. So we basically always had as strong a team as we could have. So I did that from 2000 to about 2010. Then I was elected, I was actually on the Swedish Federation board, vice president from 2005 to 15. And in 2010 I was elected to the EBL executive board, and where I have been ever since, and elected president 2018.
Okay, so you answered my next question. That it was, how did you pass to the administration?
Exactly.
What happened that you changed from player to administrator?
I never played enough because I was too busy with work and other things. And I was always hanging around the national teams at all championships, basically since 1985, more or less, here in Salso Maggiore. And I don't know, I became interested I've always loved the game, so if I could give back by helping to administer it, since I had strong ideas about many things. And I know that if you have strong ideas and want to influence things, you have to be on the inside.
Okay. And what was your first job as an administrator in bridge?
The first was in the Swedish Federation as on the board as a vice president in 2005.
Okay. Okay. Then, and what were your goals your main goal when you decided to change to administrator? What things you wanted to change, or the goals you had?
Well, I wanted to try to modernize the administration, making it more efficient, less expensive, more transparent, and more democracy in the board, which I had noticed was not such a strong part of most administrations.
Okay, so let's talk about your actual job as EBL president, okay? Can you talk a little about what were your regrets? What are the things that you think you have done okay? And what do you are proud about what you did this year in the EBL?
I think overall, I'm happy with achieving the main goals which I had was to save costs, reduce the costs, recurring costs especially a lot, but also during championships. And also I believe that we improved the transparency and also the democratic way of running the board. Okay. I'm pretty, that I'm rather happy with, which I got, of course, help of the whole board, my colleagues. And what I regret, maybe I wanted from the beginning to be even more communicative with the outside world. I wanted actually to make a blog to have on the website all the time and make it more active, but this I never managed to fulfill, so that is my only regret, I would say.
But you would say that you are satisfied? I'm
satisfied, but I have to leave it to others to judge.
No, it's important that you are satisfied.
Yes.
Okay? Okay. You are the candidate to take over the World Bridge Federation in 2023, okay? What can you talk about that? What's your comments about this?
I have told the present executive that I am interested to become the next president and therefore present my candidacy. And that's about it for the time being. It's going to be the newly elected executive which among them elects the new president. So, you know, anybody can basically stand up and say that they want to be a candidate. So we will have to see.
Okay, as a candidate for the WBF presidents, can you talk a little about your plans and where do you see the WBF in 5 years? And one question more, where are you going to work in the first year? What are your plans for the first years?
I want to do more or less exactly what we did in the EBL. I want to make the organization much more streamlined and efficient, more cost efficient, and so that's basically, and with this I'm going to start with right away. So that's for the first year.
That's for the first year.
Yeah.
And in the 5 years?
In 5 years, my hope is that the WBF will be seen by all stakeholders, meaning NBOs and players, especially at the top level, to be a relevant organization for them. Today, I know that especially a lot of top players feel that the WBF is not doing and acting exactly in the way that they would like. And of course, players are not the only ones who have something to say.
Are there some players that talk to you about this?
Oh, they talk to a lot of people. I mean, we hear a lot of, in all the different media, everybody's complaining about the WBF all the time. And of course, a lot of the criticism is not valid in my opinion, but other parts of the criticism is valid. So my goal is that 5 years from now, there will be no criticism of the WBF.
That's wonderful.
This is the dream, yes. It's utopia.
Wonderful.
Utopia.
Okay, have you created or perhaps you are going to develop a high-performance team for the daily issues?
I have some thoughts. I'm starting to think about this, of course, but it's difficult to say because I will only know after the elections in August.
But you must have some names or some idea?
Yes, a couple of names I have.
Okay, okay. I don't want the names.
No,
but
I won't.
But you are thinking about it. You are thinking about it. That's
Of
an important thing.
Of course.
Okay, and the last question, or two more. What do you think about the bridge online? Do you think that the World Bridge Federation has to create a branch and work with that?
I think that online bridge and face-to-face bridge will exist side by side. I have absolutely nothing against the organization of online events, not as substitution. Our main championships, I have said, since many years back, our main championships, the day that we can't play with cards, I will quit. But we can also arrange other events, we can arrange online events, we can arrange hybrid events. What I don't want to do is to compete for revenue with the NBOs. Our members are the NBOs. They are making today a lot of their living based on online tournaments. So if the WBF will step in and do too many things online in competition, we will be taking away part of their revenue. And
that's not the
I
idea.
also don't want to.
Of course.
But for sure, some online activities, I believe we will.
Okay, so you are thinking in add some kind of online activities.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. That was exactly what I wanted to hear. And tell us your plans for the youth, because it's our future. So
it's the problem. I know I sound like the present president, but the problem for international organizations is that there is no one-size-fits-all solution. Every country, and it's not only large against small, it's different cultures. School systems are different in different countries. It is very difficult for the WBF to create a policy that, okay, this is what we recommend everybody to do. Because it will work in some places, but it will be absolutely impossible in others. So I feel what we should do is we should encourage financially and with other ideas and systems maybe, and with documentation, etc., that we can provide. We should encourage the NBOs to do their youth promotion programs. So, we would encourage an NBO to say, for example, oh, we are thinking about this project, such and such. They present the project to us and ask for help in financing it. If we think it makes some sense, then the WBF should support it financially and with any other means that they want. Maybe they want to use some staff. We have, for example, Eric Laurent has a lot of experience with this from the Netherlands. He is happy to go to other federations to assist. And I think that's the most realistic way to do, rather than trying for the WBF to invent something which you think will work for everybody.
You can fit it to everybody. Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you. This is all for today from Jan Kamras, future WBF president.
Question mark.